Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica, and I use she, her pronouns. And I want to thank you so much for checking this video out here with me on Joyn. This class today is really just going to be an accessible and gentle way to kind of work out the kinks from sitting at your desk all day or looking at your screen all day or being in your car all day. Anytime you feel like your body has been trapped in one position for a long time and you're feeling it, we're going to work through some of that today in this class. So we're going to be mostly standing, and then we'll come down onto hands and knees and then to the belly to end the class. So I hope you join me and you stick around, and we will get started standing today. So find a nice, comfortable stance. I like to start getting comfortable and grounded by looking down at my feet. So maybe you do the same thing. So stand nice and comfortably, as wide as you'd like, and look down at the feet. Maybe lift those toes up and then plant them back down. Very good. And then let's find something to focus on in front of us, or we can even close our eyes if we'd like. And we're just going to start to take some little circles with the hips. So gently start to find little tiny circles in one direction with the hips. And notice the way the movement that's originating in your hips moves your knees and then down to your ankles. And then notice that sensation coming through in the feet. So the sides of the feet, the toe knuckles, the toes themselves, the back heel. Just kind of notice the way that movement manifests through the different parts of your lower body. And then we'll take circles in the other direction if you haven't already. And as your lower body starts to get used to this sensation, of course, you can make it a little more dramatic. So maybe like bending the knees and dropping the hips a little bit on the way forward and pressing the hip bones out a little bit more on each side. And start to find your way back to center here. Finding one last circle and then coming back to center. And we're going to focus on the breath for just a few moments here before we get the rest of our practice going. So notice if now that we're warmed up just slightly and you're aware of the feet, if you need to take a different position, maybe you want to spread the toes out a little bit wider or reposition the heels, go ahead and do that. We want soft knees here. And then let's bring the hands to the body. So maybe one hand towards the chest, one to the middle of the body or the belly. And on the next inhale, see if we can soften the middle of the body to accept that breath a little bit deeper. And exhale, release. Feel your body just kind of slowly shrinking down into the earth as you release that breath. Feel the expanse on the inhale. So pull that belly out. And on the last sip of your inhale, the chest expands slightly. And again, exhale. Imagine bringing your navel in towards the spine to let go of that breath fully. Find a few more breaths like this. And establish a roundness and a fullness in a breath that feels sustainable in your body. Something that we can move through, right? If you can, keep the inhale and exhale through the nostrils. Maybe you find that ujjayi, that ocean breath. Maybe you have like a remix on the ujjayi. Maybe your breath gets caught up a little bit. That's fine. We're here to accept whatever our body has to offer us. And that's going to look different day to day, moment to moment. Very good. Keep going with that breath. Relax those shoulders. Tuck that chin a little bit so the back of the neck is nice and long. And on the next exhale, imagine all the stress that's living in your upper body is just siphoning away little by little. With each exhale, we chisel away, we release a little bit of that tension. Find your last breath here. And on the exhale, release your hands, open your eyes. Very good. Let's shake out the arms a little bit, kind of swivel the hips, let the arms kind of hit the body just a little bit here. Wake it up. And then let's step the feet a little bit closer together, hip width distance or closer if you can. So find that awareness in the feet again. Open the eyes up nice and wide. Inhale, lift the arms up, rise up, upward salute. Keep the chin tucked here. So bring that chin down. Fingertips are actively pointing to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, bend through the knees. Offer the crown of the head down to the ground, even if it's not down there. That's the intention, right? Next, inhale, bend through the knees, lift all the way up again. Upward salute. You can look up here and then bring that chin back down. Bring that chin down as far as you can. Take another breath here. So we're reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. We're pulling those arms back slightly. I want you to feel awareness in that shoulder girdle behind you. Maybe even think of squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit and tuck that chin down. Take another breath here. Exhale, fold down nice and gently. Bend through the knees. Crown of the head offers down to the ground. Arms swoop back behind you. Back behind you. Let's hold it here for a few more breaths. And option to keep the arms here. Relax that head and neck, okay? Or if you have the space, you can reach for the hands behind the back and squeeze those arms up towards the sky here if you can. Otherwise, just reach up with your hands. Take another inhale here. Exhale, you got it. Come all the way up. Bend through the knees, nice and gently press through the heels. Yes, reach up. Arms come up, chin comes down. Hold this for a breath. Big inhale. One more time. Exhale, fold. Go for the bind if it's there for you. Release the neck and the head. Let it rest as far down as it needs to, as it wants to. Inhale, release. Lift up, bend through the knees, reach up to the sky. And exhale, let's grab for opposite elbows here. Keep those arms extended. Reach for the opposite forearms or elbows if they're there for you. And think of whatever you're reaching for, whatever you have grip on, think of pressing those elbows up towards the sky. So we're activating the shoulder girdle here, reaching up almost like you're doing a arm stand here, right? So imagine if you were standing on the forearms and you're pressing into the ground to lift yourself up. So we're doing that here. Soften the face, keep lifting. And then exhale, release, let the arms slide away, gracefully come down to the side, close the eyes. Take a breath. Take a few breaths, come back into that round breath. Notice if you lost it at all. 3 breaths together. Sigh it out, 2 more. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. 1 more time. Inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, slide them back down. Open the eyes. Roll out the neck a little bit. Let's do some circles with the chin here. Get into the neck a little bit. So just start with your chin at neutral, tucked slightly. Think again of drawing circles. We started with the hips. We're going to skip to the chin neck. So big circle or little circle to start off with. Little circle right in front of you with the chin. And then maybe the second or third time around, the circle gets bigger. And if there is a sore spot or a tender spot and you want to pause there and breathe into it, That's it. Do it. If that's the vibe, if we want to be static in a certain space, anytime through this practice, that's cool. I want you to get into this practice. And sometimes I just kind of lead you there. I illuminate a path and you create your own journey. And if that's you today, awesome. Find your circles in the other direction. Start off small. We don't want to pinch or hurt ourselves here. Move with care, with good intention. Open up that neck. One more circle in this direction, whichever way you're moving. Very good. Let's come back to center here. Inhale the arms up. And exhale again. Let's grab for those opposite elbows or forearms here. So we're going to press up slightly, but not as extremely. So if your arms are kind of collapsed down, kind of press them up a little bit, but don't maximize that movement like we were just doing. So find that neutral spot. And again, feet are hip width distance apart. Get nice and comfortable here. Find your drishti. Find something to focus on here. And we're just going to start to kind of move our forearms or our upper arms over to one side. Almost think of making like a crescent shape with your body here. And we're using the weight of the elbows here to kind of guide this movement. And you'll feel this on the opposite side of the body. You'll feel the shoulder open. And you might not move very far before you start to feel that sensation build up. So right when you start to feel it, stop there. Don't go any further and breathe. And keep the opposite foot rooted down. It might want to start to lift up. Keep that heel down on the ground to keep you nice and anchored. And breathe and see if you have a little more space to open up after a few moments. And come back to center. Ooh, take a big inhale. Side out. Very good. Other side. Lift those elbows up slightly. Start to find your crescent shape on the opposite side. Keep that chest open. Shoulders and elbows are soft but active. Ooh, opposite foot stays rooted down. Press down through that heel. And breathe. And release. And trust your balance. Trust your body here. And back to center. Big inhale. And exhale again. Slide the arms away from each other. And down to the side. Let's roll out the neck. Once again here, one direction. And then the other direction. Very good. Let's drop one ear over to one shoulder here. So start with whichever side you like. And we're just going to gently drop the ear down to the shoulder. Now we want to think of the shoulders being nice and relaxed. So sometimes it helps me to bend this elbow and think of the elbow being weighted or heavier, right? And as I start to turn the ear to the side, that helps me to keep this shoulder relaxed and down. And we're just looking for an extension on the opposite side of the neck. So if you're feeling congested here in the neck, if you feel like there's just so much tension, and maybe if not, even if you just want to help yourself out a little bit more, just bring your fingertips to the opposite cheek and gently encourage an opening. You don't need to press down, just encourage the head to relax. And then come back to center on your next inhale. Nice and gently, nice and slowly, and we'll find that on the other side. So just take a moment before you start to move into the other direction and notice the way that feels, and then we'll get into it. Nice, gentle opening. Again, elbow is weighted down, shoulders relaxed. Maybe your fingertips are helping to nudge. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, sigh it out, release the arms. Very good. Inhale, bring your arms up here. Reach up, upward salute. And exhale, we're gonna bring our hands to heart center and sit back into a little chair pose, nothing crazy. Just kind of sit that booty back a little bit and think of tilting the pelvis backwards, right? So sits bones start to point back. And from here, give a turn so you can see me. I'm gonna bring my left hand over to my right knee. And I'm just gonna start to spiral the chest open to the side of the room. So now as I do this, one knee is gonna be more bent than the other. This leg is gonna start to extend straight slightly to give me some room to twist a little bit more here. And if that's not the case for you, that's fine. We're just looking for nice extension in the side body, through the side hip, and even in the glute if you're pressing this hip out. Open up the shoulder a little bit. One more breath. And on the next inhale, come back to center, lift the arms up. Exhale, sit back into your chair again. Nice, easy chair, nothing crazy. Sits bones come back, opposite hand to opposite leg. And we'll find this twist on the other side. So you can, of course, keep the arm extended or just at the hip like I have here. Think of rotating the chest to the side of the room and maybe looking behind you if you can. Maybe behind that back shoulder with a wall behind you. And keep breathing. And on the next inhale, come back to center to that easy chair and press all the way up. Exhale, hands down to the side. Inhale, upward salute. Lift those arms up once again. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend at the elbows. Keep the palms facing towards me or forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades together a little bit and move those elbows back slightly. Next inhale, open those arms nice and wide. And again, if you have the room, reach back, chest comes forward. Exhale, bring those arms together, round through the spine, chin to chest. Really reach here. Pelvis is neutral. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hold here. Sigh it out. We'll do that sequence 2 more times. So inhale, reach up. Fingertips reaching for the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulders together. Open the chest up. Inhale, open these arms. Nice and wide. Maybe look up if that feels good. And exhale, draw the arms together. Round through the spine, press the shoulder blades out. Fingertips reach forward, chin comes down. Stretch. Yes. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Slide them through, press the wrists together. Exhale, hold it, sigh out. So good. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open those arms up. And exhale, draw the arms together. Stretch through those traps. Very good. Inhale, soften the arms, slide through heart center. And exhale, drop the hands down to the sides, blink the eyes open. We're gonna make our way down to the mat. So let's start by walking back. So walking back on the mat, inhale, upward salute, reach the arms up. And for the exhale, we're gonna find our way down onto our belly. I'm gonna cue us to walk out into a downward facing dog. You can skip it and just come down onto the knees and find your way down onto the belly. So exhale, if you're coming into downward facing dog, fingertips down to the ground, bend through the knees generously, and just start to walk your hands forward into this downward facing dog. Shake out the neck, shake out the head. If you're here with me, take another breath. Exhale, high plank down onto the knees. Lower all the way down to the ground. Bring the forearms down to the side. And let's press on one side of the face, relax the feet, rest on the tops of the feet here, let the heels fall out. And breathe, let those shoulders relax down into the ground, soften through the back, relax the glutes. And if you're resting on one side of the face here, pick your space up and switch directions. We'll stretch out the neck on either side. I'll just be here for a few more breaths before we move along. Very nice. On your next inhale, bring your chin to center and let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. So give yourself some space here. We're going to be moving through our arms here. So make sure you have enough room. If you need to reposition yourself, go ahead and do that. We'll start from neutral. So we're face down, arms are down at the sides, chin is lifted, face is lifted off the mat, but we're looking straight down. And we'll start by bringing our arms out and then forward. So take a full breath here. And on your exhale, wing your arms out to the sides and back. Reaching the arms back, palms facing each other behind you. Inhale, spread the arms and come up, almost like we're swimming, right? Exhale back. Inhale forward, palms forward. Keep that chin lifted. Exhale, hands back. A few more times. Getting the blood flowing through the upper body, through the shoulders. A little bit of core work here, right? Just a little bit, keeping the face and the head lifted. One more time. And exhale. Hands come back underneath the shoulders here. And we're going to press ourselves up for cobra. And if you have any issues on the low back, you do not have to come into a full extension or try to press it. So we'll demonstrate baby cobra and then we'll get into the full version. So again, hands under the shoulders, fingertips plugged in. We want to have the elbows kind of hugging into the side of the body here. And once you do that, you'll feel the shoulder blades activate. On an inhale, we're going to lift up, pressing the feet down into the mat for stability and using the core to lift the body up. So baby cobra is here, right? And we can stay here and we can lower down. Take a nice exhale. Inhale, find that baby cobra again. Or we can extend through the arms as much as we like. So if you have the full extension here, press into the tops of the feet. Maybe the very tops of the hip bones start to come off the mat. Maybe not. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Maybe not. Maybe you're in a version of cobra that's not fully there. Play with your space. Play with what's available to you. Come down whenever you're ready. And we'll try that a few more times at your own pace. So you can pop right into whatever version, or you can slowly move through all of the versions. It is always your choice, your body, your rules, your choice, your practice. I'm just here to move with you. We're friends. We're just doing this together. Wherever you are, start to make your way down. Inhale, press into the knees, and we'll find a child's pose. I like to bring my knees nice and wide for child's pose. And the idea of child's pose really is to create space in the spine through the back and to be a resting pose. It doesn't feel restful for everybody, but I think once you get comfortable or find a version of child's pose that works for you, it is nice and relaxing once you can figure it out. So a pillow under the torso is always helpful. Blocks can be helpful to bring the ground closer to you. Play with what works for you. Think of sending the hips back towards the heels. And dropping the head down either to the mat or to your forearms. And come back into that idea of the exhale helping to siphon any of that stress that you're holding on to, any of the weight of the day or the week or the month or the year that you've been carrying on to. I don't have a magic remedy for you, but with practice, we can find softness in all of the difficult spaces, all of the cramped spaces. We can find a way to exist with some bit of peace, some bit of calm, some moment of ease. And what better time than now to create that space? No matter what it is you're going through, what it is you're carrying around, you can rest easy knowing that we can always find moments like this and make them happen. Find one more breath here. And let's start to lift ourselves up off of the ground and come down onto our back to find our Shavasana. Taking a moment to find your way onto your back however you'd like. Alternatively, you can find a seat. We take just a moment here to let our practice sink in, to find a moment of meditation, of quiet, stillness. Allow the breath to return to normal. Soften your jaw. Relax the shoulders. Allow the shoulder blades to rise into your back. Spill away from each other. This is the end of our practice together. I want to thank you so much for joining with me, moving with me, practicing with me. And I hope you find some other videos and move with me again here on Joyn. Thank you so much.